on the ingredients he used, and I kind of just guessed at what he did, and I pretty much figured it out. And I mean, I asked him to make a video in English, but I guess I could do the same thing also. But I hope this helps y'all. Let's see. Alright, this isn't pink enough yet. Let's see. Okay, remember when I just paused it, but I did add more to it. Remember when you add more of this, it's also liquid in here. So, like I said, the more liquid you put in here, the soggier it's going to get, which, it's going to be pretty soggy at first, which is fine. But you don't want it to get extremely soggy. I did ask him, the person online that I messaged about what the soap does for the sand. Why soap and water instead of just straight water? But he never replied back, and I guess I'll never know what the soap does to the color, but I'm adding more to it. This is like my third or fourth, and I added quite a bit more, as you can see. I like my colors to be really vibrant. If you do food coloring with the sand and water, just straight water, no soap or anything, you can do that. But what you'll have to do is you have to let the sand dry, and then you'll have to do it like maybe 4 or 5 more times to get the true color you want. I've been looking for ways to make sand vibrant. I love vibrant sand colors, and I can't find any online. So, like I said, when I found this, I was really happy about it. When I actually got to try it out. But this is pretty good so far. Even if there's these colors right here, these types of paints, you can even mix them, like 2 colors to make whatever color you want. So instead of getting green, you can buy just yellow and blue and make green, but it has to be aquamarine and yellow. And if you get any other color of blue, it's going to turn it like an icky brown color, so make sure you get aquamarine and yellow. But you can mix 2 colors together to get whatever color you want, and they mix really well. That's what a lot of artists use today, is the Master Touch acrylics, and those are my favorites. That's what I use from a lot of my paintings and stuff. But this is kind of, it's not the vibrant color yet, but I mean, it's close. It's getting there. Okay, this is one more time. I'm gonna do this, and then see how this turns out. But like I said, the more color you put, the brighter it's gonna be. And there, I got even brighter. I'm sure online on the video here you can't really see it, but it's pretty bright. It's pretty bright there. I like it. Looks good. Looks really good. Oh yeah. I mean, I can do it like 8 or 9 more times, but I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I think this will be the last one. But what I was saying, when you have the food coloring and water, you can do that, but people like to bake them, and that's fine and all to dry them faster, but it's gonna fade it. It's gonna take it to a lighter color, like a pastel blue or pastel red, and it's not really gonna look right. It's still gonna have the color of sand in there also, so it's not really gonna look good. I kind of like to wait on mine, and it does take at least 3 days to dry out, but you have to put it out on like a baking sheet or a pan. But this is basically it right here. This is basically the color, and I can go brighter than that if you want, but I recommend get the bigger bottles. They're $1 more. This is $3.99 at Hobby Lobby. If you wait for the sale, you can get it for 40% off, or you can use their coupon for 40% off on that. But with this right here, I've got this, and it's pretty much all done. And see, it kind of looks like kind of like icing. It's kind of like icing. It feels like icing, and when I touch it just a little bit, it leaves just a little bit on my finger there. And I mean, the color doesn't come off because it's paint. Once the paint's in there, it's in there. And I don't know, it's pretty good. Once you let it set for about 4 or 5 hours, it gets really soft. This one didn't have bubbles in it. I don't know if I'm gonna add a little bit of soap. I'm not for sure if I add enough soap to the. You don't have to do this. You want to add it to the water, but usually I see like bubbles in there in the sand, and here come you can't really see them on the video, I'm sure, but I can see them here. There are little stretched bubbles in the sand here from mixing it. They're not very big. They're just, when I'm moving the sand around with the spatula, and it's pretty good. Like I said, okay, yeah, the bubbles come in. Okay, like I always do, and I know I always do this, but I overdid it with the liquid, which is great because this way I can show you. Go ahead, add this in here. I just sifted it. I did sift it, but I mean, if you want to have more sandicide, that's fine. I would do that. That way, you don't have to worry about it. But I didn't have any because I put it all, most of it all in one. But you want to see some bubbles, and just the tiny littlest bubbles in there, just to make sure that there's enough soap. But you can see, I don't know if you can see on there, the little shimmers in there are actually bubbles. There's one right there, and then I don't know if you can point it out here. One right there, and well, you know what bubbles look like. Alright, pretty much done. Now I'm going to set this aside because I'll mess with this in a minute. But the next step is to get a flat tray of some sort. I got a tray that, this is a tray that I had from plants, my plant obsession. And I put down a piece of wax paper, and basically, let me wash this off real quick. Okay, what I did was I just smooth it in there, kind of like you do like a cake, basically. Um, it's just smoothing this in there real flat. This is kind of thick. No, well, it's probably about that thick or so. It's not by much. Yeah, it's just a little thickness. But see, I mean, this has been drying for about 4.5 hours, and I mean, it's not even stuck to my hand anymore. It is still really soft. It does feel like a mixture between frosting and Play-Doh. But you can see the color in there is really, really vibrant. I mean, I wish my video would be able to show it, but the color just comes out amazing. Once you set it in there, just put it aside somewhere where the cat's not gonna get to, or the dog, or anywhere. I have it sitting in one of our back rooms. It's just sitting there in the dark, and it's doing fine. After this, you get done with this, in about 3 days, it'll look like this right here, and it's just really, really nice. I mean, the color doesn't stick to your hand or anything, which is a good indication that it won't stick to, that it won't come off. I haven't tested it yet to see if it will bleed. I'm sorry, I haven't tested it. I know it's bad, but I'm gonna test it and probably make a video of that. But there's a lot of little what's it called, clumps still in there, need to be broken up. So if you get this right here, what you can do is put it back through the fish net. You can put quite a bit, and then just get the sifter, the whisk in there, and it helps to push it through a little bit more, and also it'll break up all the little crumbs and clumps that are still in the sand. And I don't know if it's showing. Sorry if I didn't show that. Let me pull this back a bit. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, it's getting through faster, a lot faster than it would be if you just sorry about my hair, it looks all crazy right now. It's nighttime and I really don't care. I don't know if I showed I wasn't really in the mood to show myself on video, but I guess so. Alright, here it goes. There's still clumps in there. The best thing about this is you can crumble it up. No need to take it out. And you can do it this way. Okay, crumble it up a little more. Like that. And you can use your hand in there also. And use your fingers to crumble it up inside there. And I don't know how I got sediment in there. Oh, I didn't clean out. Oh yeah, that's fine. It had a little bit of sediment from the sand I just sifted, but toss that out. And that's it. That's basically back to sand again, but this time it's colored. And